Your forecast, Jacob.
Yes, Sydney, we're focusing on Tuesday this week. That is when we're weather aware for all modes of severe weather possible. It's been a while since we've had a full traditional risk like we're used to here in the deep south, with winds, hail, and even tornadoes all posing a potential factor into the forecast here for Tuesday. So these are the threats that we're watching for. Again, we have a very saturated ground after multiple rounds of rain. Several inches have fallen over the last week and a half, and that means that any additional rain, even up to an inch or 2 inches, could quickly cause some flash flooding. So here's the outlook region for the greatest confidence for severe weather on Tuesday into Tuesday night. Most likely we're going to be dry throughout Tuesday. Storms are going to form just east of the Memphis region and then grow up scale and strength and magnitude as they begin to progress on towards the south and east. So we're kind of on the eastern side of this threat area. So that means storms are going to be in the process of weakening as they travel towards the east. Otherwise, we're still expecting a good chunk of the region here in this level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk, and we're still around 48 hours or a little bit less out. So this is going to shift and be adjusted, and if I had to place my bets on anything, I would be willing to bet they're going to eventually trend that greatest risk a little bit further towards the south and east. So that's what we're watching right now going into Tuesday. Futurecast shows it's all going to be stemming from a very powerful area of low pressure all the way up into northern Missouri, but it's going to have a trailing cold front back into portions of the mid-south, and as early as 4 p.m. here on Tuesday afternoon, well ahead of that cold front, we'll start watching some of these discrete isolated storms that could pose a small tornado threat and certainly a risk for some larger hail. Here's what Futurecast shows as we push the time towards 7 o'clock on Tuesday evening. Keep in mind we have the SEC tournament going on in Hoover, so if you have any plans to be out there on the start of it there Tuesday, we could have some problems with a few storms that evening. By 7 o'clock, if we do have storms as close as they are to Birmingham like this model shows, I think we'll start to see them become a little bit less isolated, starting to form more into an organized line. From this point forward, I think after sundown it's going to be more of a damaging wind maker, as this is going to be a powerful, quick-moving line of storms, hopefully out of central Alabama by around midnight Tuesday night. But in terms of the ingredients that we have, it is more of a traditional risk. We have the cold air aloft. That's going to help produce some strong hail. Storm energy is going to be quite high. Wind shear and moisture all going to be available. So that's why we are watching those different storm modes. But it does appear the primary threat would be damaging winds in excess of 60 to 70 miles per hour, large hail in excess of potentially ping pong ball size, and then there is a small risk for a tornado or two. Right now, we're dry across the region, so temperatures are in the lower half of the 70s. We are tracking a couple of downpours here in portions of Marion County, just west of Hackleburg, pushing up into Franklin County there. So that would be the 278, Highway 278 corridor, the area to watch for maybe an isolated downpour or quick hitting shower overnight. The rest of us are going to be waking up to temperatures here in the upper 60s to lower 70s with a small threat for a morning sprinkle in that Highway 278 area. Otherwise, we're going to be seeing some patchy dense fog in the morning as well. That would mix out by around 9 or 10 o'clock, with temperatures getting into the mid-80s, upper 80s even for many of us tomorrow afternoon. And with that muggy air remaining around, it's going to feel like it's in the lower 90s for all of us. But thankfully, there is some light at the end of the tunnel. I'm a big fan of the more comfortable air. That's going to return as we go into Wednesday onward into the second half of the week. To combine with that lower humidity, a big cool down heading our way as well. Temperatures getting back into the 70s and overnight lows in the 40s and 50s, certainly much drier and less humid. So that's going to lead to the return of lots of sunshine for Wednesday through Friday. Some showers and storms back in the forecast for next weekend. Sydney?
All right, Jacob, still ahead on the